Hello, hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. Tim Shells, TLS Entertainment, your premier DJ. And of course, Brandy Harlan, your non-retired wedding planner. This is the Scoop Weddings Unveiled podcast number 28.
28.
28.
Woohoo! We're doing great.
We are.
How are you?
I'm great. We have so much to talk about today.
Yes.
Like so much.
Get into it.
In a what has been so far a very like chill summer for us. A lot happened this past weekend that we're going to uncover, unravel, talk about, and discuss and dissect so many things, and all wedding related in some sort of way.
Yeah, absolutely.
And experiences that we've both had, and things that...
Scandal.
Well, a scandal. Yes, a scandal. And then a wedding, and a very, very, very extravagant wedding that I was not a part of, but my sister and brother-in-law were, and actually many of my friends were there as well. Just like out of this world.
Yeah, we're feeling really jelly over here.
Well, it's just like I can't.
It's hard to wrap your mind around.
It is. Like what was going on this entire weekend in Switzerland. But before we get into that, tell us about your weekend.
Well, this was bachelorette party in Savannah weekend.
And this is the one that you're a bridesmaid.
Yes,
But you're also
and
helping
planner.
helping plan.
Yeah,
and that's why you're not retired.
Decor and all of that stuff. So Lindsay is the bride, and so we deemed ourselves the Fish's Bitches because her last name is Fisher.
The Fish's Bitches.
Yeah, we're the Fish's Bitches because we were her bitches all weekend. She wanted for nothing. And that's the way it's supposed to be.
Okay.
What would you like for breakfast? It's already made. Here it is. Just as they're clean. Already done. We decorated your room. Really, really awesome. So we get there. It's a quick drive. I didn't realize, maybe because I wasn't driving, it felt quick.
So from Sarasota, which is where we are located,
yes,
to Savannah, Georgia.
6 hours.
That's it?
Yeah, it was like 6 hours. It felt super fast.
So it's like southern Georgia is where
Yeah.
Savannah is.
Yeah,
okay.
close to the river.
Okay.
On like the outer side. But yeah, like 6 hours. We enjoyed ourselves on the way up. Thank you to Kelly for driving. She was a beast. And so then we sent Lindsay and one of the other bridesmaids, Tracy, out to go find a bar for drinks so we could decorate the Airbnb. So we definitely enjoyed having an Airbnb, be a space to ourselves, a pool, which is unheard of, I guess, in Savannah, to find like a historic home that is not a hotel that has a pool. It was very deceiving. It was probably 8 feet wide by 8 feet, but 6 feet deep.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So it was like very square.
Yeah.
But you like went down like these little tiny steps on the inside that went down the sidewall of the pool, and then you can get in, and there was like another little sitting like under the water area. But yeah, it was very deceiving. It was like, wait, I'm only 5'2". Hold on. This is weird.
Yeah.
And we tried to do a handstand, and that was a little...
Didn't work.
Yeah, not so great. I was like this, trying to come up, putting my hands up because I was trying to feel for the wall. That's how close I was to it. I was very close. Had I not put my hand up, I probably would have come home with a facial bruise of some sort. But it was a lot of fun. It was two historic homes, and there was the history of the home, and it was built in 1898.
Okay.
So
nice.
Very, very vintage, gorgeous stylings, the decor, everything. And we were super close to everything. So we walked a lot. We went down and saw where Forrest Gump's bench was. I
don't think the bench is there anymore, is it?
No, it's not.
Okay.
They really should put it back, put a metal something there.
Yeah,
because we had to walk around the circle like 4 times to figure out which way by looking at Google pictures. Like, which way is the statue behind him? And the guys on the little gondola things and the little tuk-tuk were like, nope, it's on the other side. There's not even a sign there anymore. Like, there's nothing that designates that's the Forrest Gump spot.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, kind of a letdown. But it was really interesting because you could see like these huge vintage homes, and then there would be like apartments down below, and then the second, and then a third, and they were all sandwiched together like row houses, like very, very skinny but linear. I think the one house that we saw, probably the earliest, was like 1809 or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, so we saw a lot of that. We walked. We had matching shirts. The theme was holographic psychedelic iridescence because that's what Lindsay likes.
Wait.
Everything was iridescent or holographic, whatever term you want to call it. So we had fanny packs that were iridescent and like all like glittered out. We had shirts that were like reflective, holographic. We had hats that matched.
Yes.
We did all the damn things. It was pretty funny.
So what is there to do in Savannah?
So there's a lot.
Because I understand that like Savannah is a big area for bachelorette parties.
Yeah, and we
But I
did
don't
see
understand
quite
why.
a few. So the really great thing is that they have this whole entire, it's almost like an Ybor type strip, but it's down on the river. And the way you get there is like, I feel like they built like a world underneath the river and the river receded. And now it just reveals all this cobblestone and basically like walls and things that were built under the river. So there's actual houses that are layered down below and you have to walk down these really steep stairs to get down. And then it's like cobblestone jagged, like they didn't care how they put it together because it was the bottom of the river possibly. And then you get down and there's all these businesses along this strip. There was live entertainment, there was DJs, there was people playing steel drums, there was a bars, there was a Wet Willies, there was what's the other? Fat Tuesdays. There was a lot of rooftop bars. We ended up at Moon River Company Brewing on the rooftop bar. Had the whole rooftop to ourselves, really.
Okay.
So that was a lot of fun. They're known for a lot of their food and a lot of the ghost tours. So we did a ghost tour as well. And we ate at the old Pink House, and some lady came by and was like serenading us with music. And it was really, really like all the art, all the history. I think that's really because Lindsay's also like a history buff.
Okay.
And so for me, that's where I was just like, oh my gosh, look at the details on that house. There's chandeliers on their front porches.
That's great that's like a Savannah thing.
Yeah,
for sure.
it was
it's
so
very
good.
Historical.
And so the River District was great. The rooftop bars were great. We ended up, me and one of the other bridesmaids, we came back from, I think on Saturday night. We were home by like 10:30, 11, and she and I are like, you want to go dancing? You want to go dancing? Let's go dancing.
So wait, everybody else
Stayed back.
y'all came back. The bride-to-be stayed back.
Yep.
Everybody else, and you
she's
guys
not
were
a
like, let's
lover.
go.
Yeah. Kelly and I were like, you want to go shake it? Yeah, let's go. Let's go. So we walked. We walked down to the bar. It was called 51 Degrees. It was 3 levels. So the bottom level was like bachata, salsa, merengue, and all of that vibe. So we started there. And then we went up to the second floor, and that was all like hood rat music. Like some of the songs I knew, but we were still shaking our groove thing.
Yeah.
And then the third floor was a little more like today's hot pop, but also there was some like Taylor Swift thrown in,
Like
and some
country?
Britney. No country.
I was gonna say that's the only
was
genre
pop
that's
stuff.
missing from this.
Yeah, there was no country. It was all pop.
Okay.
And that had less people, and so we kind of hung out there. I will say, if I were to rate Savannah in different categories, like things to do, I'd say 8 or 9 out of 10.
Okay, that's really good.
Yeah, because there's always
Things to
something
do for bachelorette parties or in general?
In general, anything that you want to do.
But for bachelorette parties, considering
parties
this is
the
a
same, yeah.
wedding podcast.
Yeah, so bachelorette parties, yes, absolutely. We went and we ate at the Black Rabbit. We had some great food and drinks there. We did the whole river district, the rooftop bars. So there's plenty to do for a group. And on the ghost tour, there was like 30. On that tour with one bride, and we're like, oh, no, we can't handle 30 people. So it was just 5 of us. But so I will give it 8 out of 10. Walkability, definitely an 8 out of 10. However, the one thing Savannah owes me is like my hydration, because I'm not talking about because we drank so much. I'm talking about it was so intensely hot.
Yeah.
It's different here. Like I feel cooler here. I don't sweat as much here.
Really?
In Savannah, I was sweating inside the house where there's AC while decorating. It was rough.
Well, you've got the sea breeze here. That's the
thing that's missing. And you've got all these vintage buildings, right? Like there's not any open space really. Everything's buildings and they're all mushed together, right? And it's blocks of a building.
Okay,
and then,
well that's why.
so
yeah.
there's really no room for a breeze to kind of go through. The only time we got a breeze was when the storm kind of came through a little bit one night and was moving all the trees, and we sat on the porch like, oh, this is great.
Yeah.
So I will say it owes me some. I'm gonna have to rehydrate a lot, but we definitely
Not because you
did
were
well.
drinking all
Not,
weekend.
I mean, Possibly. But it was good. I will say that the hospitality that we have here in Florida beats Savannah hospitality in the places that we went. Because I will say, like, and we didn't go in like all like, crazy. We went into like one bar and just we had a couple chairs set up at the bar, and then we sat in some tables that were right. And it was a very skinny like space to walk through. Like if you were sitting at the bar, your chair was out in the walkway and you could barely get through between that and the tables that were squished up against the wall. So it was hard to kind of navigate. But as soon as we walked in, the bartender was nice. And then when she had to like start delivering food like around and past us, she was very much like, I'm going to need to get through here. It's like, we're just sitting.
Yeah.
Like it's not like we were like up out of our seat. You know what I mean? We were we were there and the space isn't that big. So that was kind of rough. I feel like even at one of the other places, where did we go? One of the other restaurants we went to, it was kind of subpar hospitality. Oh, the front desk at the old Pink House. They were very much like, well, we don't have your reservation. She's like, I made it in March.
Yeah.
Like, here's my confirmation. Here's my name. And they were just like, well, do you have like the text confirmation? So we had to search through her text messages, find a keyword of pink. And thank God she hadn't deleted it to pull up the link to then go to the actual reservation to show her, even though she had already screenshotted it.
Right.
And then, so we're just kind of waiting around the hallway, like waiting for our table. And a server comes by, and this is the difference that it made in our night. She comes by, we're trying to take a selfie, and she's like, oh, you want me to take it for you? We're like, yeah, sure. So she takes the photo, and she's super nice. And then all of a sudden, she flips the camera, and she takes a picture of herself. Mm-hmm. We were like, oh, yes, girl. Yes. She goes, I'm Savannah. We're like, hi, you're great. We actually had her switch with somebody else who was going to be our server and become our server.
Oh, nice.
Because, I mean, we were buying bottles of wine, and we were just having a lot of, like, we needed that atmosphere because we were given that atmosphere, you know, like we're trying to have fun, but we're still doing it in a nice, like, we're not being super like inappropriate. We were very classy, you know, all that. Like, we're not like, you know, 20s doing a bachelorette party. We're seasoned. And so it was just, we're mature. She just really made our night. Like, she really was super just hospitable. She was like, when's the wedding? I'm coming. Like, where are you girls headed tonight? I'm going to join you. Like,
did she join you?
No, she ended up not joining us, but it was fun. Like, she really made the difference at our dinner at the old Pink House. And the old Pink House, like, it's you're spending a good stack if between 5 of us. So it was good. And I'm so glad that she became our server. So hospitality wise, I would say probably like a 7.
I feel like that's just in general, though. Customer service and hospitality.
It's hard. I get it's hard out there. You know, it's hard to be nice to everybody and everything that comes in. However, when there's a group that's in town specifically for a reason and a purpose like that, I feel like there should be extra just like, oh, okay, well, this
People
is their experience. You know, let's make it great. We ate at Screamin' Pizza, which was a hole-in-the-wall pizza place. Absolutely loved it. They served everything on like those really, really, really thin, cheapo paper plates.
Oh, yes.
With the ridges. Mm-hmm. I was like, yes. But the slices were the size of my head.
Yep.
So we ate good. I brought back a few extra pounds. We swam. We drank champagne basically all weekend. And we definitely earned it. And Savannah owes us nothing.
Overall experience for having a bachelorette party in Savannah, like rating-wise?
I'd say 8.
8 out of 10.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Highly recommend.
Yeah, highly recommend.
Okay.
Yeah, and we didn't really map out too much. Like, we didn't pre-plan a ton. We just wanted to go and experience and see what we could get into and see what was around. And we were just very open to it. So I think that also is part of it. How, like, have a good couple of nights of dinner planned or a lunch planned. But otherwise, just put on some walking shoes. Make sure they're walking shoes and flat, because the cobblestone is not your friend. Yeah. Especially if you plan on drinking a little too much. We all came back very unbruised and unscathed.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I would say definitely an 8 out of 10 for sure. It was good. It was really good. And so in that, we have picked our entrance songs for our girls.
Ooh, for
the wedding.
For the grand introductions and the reception.
Yes,
so you guys are
the girls are going to come in together because the guys are a little more tame than we are, we have discovered. And so
where did they go? Do they just have like a
I mean, they're going to have their own song, I guess, but
no, I'm saying, like, what do they do for their
I don't think they're doing anything.
For the bachelor party?
Yeah, I don't
Lame.
think so. I mean, well, a couple of them don't drink, and so it's just
You don't need
they
to
might
drink
just
to have a
hang
good time.
I know, but it might be a little difficult for those that are non-drinkers. So hopefully they plan something cool for they get something put together.
Yeah.
But us ladies,
Let's hear the song selections because you guys haven't put it on the form yet.
no, we have not. We're
Okay.
coming out to Hot Damn. Oh, hot damn.
Damn. This is my jam.
jam.
Hey.
Keep
Hey.
it going
Hey.
into the
Hey.
AM because that's
Hey.
what we did all weekend. Every day we threw that song on. We were like, this is our song. Because we were going to do individual songs and we were going to pick them for each other.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's too much.
So actually, I'm
welcome.
glad you. I'm glad you brought that up because so often when you go on these, these bachelorette parties and trips and bachelor
Right?
parties and trips, there's always like one song that like signifies that whole entire weekend,
Yes.
and that needs to be like you need to tell your entertainment company, your DJ, your band, whoever's providing entertainment, what that song is and what the
Yes.
significance is
Yeah.
for the grooms or for the bridesmaids and the groomsmen.
Yeah.
And those,
because it just sends you back there. Like as soon as that
Right.
song hits, when we're getting ready to do our
you guys are gonna go off.
we're going to go off for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we all have nicknames now too.
Oh,
so.
jeez. Good Lord. But yes, I mean, that's
Good.
all right. So,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, we were trying to help her pick her first dance song and her entrance song. So she has her first dance song picked, so that's good. And we've got our songs picked
For
for our introduction for the girls. That's it.
so, so you guys are all right. So I may have misheard this. So you guys are all coming out as one group for the
Yes.
bridesmaids.
Yes.
The groomsmen are all coming out, and you're all coming out just to one song, just to
The
the
girls are.
hot-
I don't know what the guys
Okay,
are doing.
got it.
Yeah.
And then their first dance.
Yes, the Savage Garden.
Which one?
I knew I loved you.
I love that song.
I know.
Such a good
Isn't it
song.
so good. I know.
Such a good song.
It
Savage
is.
Garden. I love Savage Garden. They've got
Unless-
two good ones.
Yeah. So that's their first dance song. And it's so cute and sweet. I'm so excited.
All right, so Savage Garden.
Yep.
Hold on, I'm bringing it up. Truly, Madly, Deeply is my ultimate favorite.
Oh wait. No, she's doing the wait, can you play? I knew I loved you. No, it's the other one.
So
I
that's
Knew
it.
I Loved
And then
You.
this is. They kind of sound the same.
That's it. Yes! Woohoo!
Oh
Yep.
man,
I'm getting all,
Savage
like,
Garden.
Teary-eyed and excited.
All right, thank you. I need to.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
Let's
so
see if I can
good.
find some remixes to that. Oh man, I
Oh,
love. Yeah,
I am
Truly,
like,
Madly, Deeply, and I Knew I Loved You. Those are you good?
I'm good. I'm
We-
just so excited for Lindsay. I mean, she is hilarious. Like we've got some little like side little pranks that we're gonna be putting out little innuendos in different places on the wedding day just to kind of like, keep her in that like fun mindset that she has. But I know
She's
I'm
crying
trying-
over
I
here,
know,
people.
I know because I just love her so much and she deserves
That's
us
awesome.
so much. She'll be 40, I think, next week a week before the wedding. She turns 40.
Okay.
And so,
First marriage.
yeah, and so it's
For both?
later in life. Yeah, I mean, she says she's a cougar. I think he's like 35, 34, something like that.
Okay. So
So
5,
he's,
6 year difference.
5, 6 years younger. Oh my gosh, I gotta stop crying. Eyes, stop watering. So, it's just, I've seen her go through a few relationships. And so it's just been really awesome to have her in my life and me to be in hers. And she's been a blessing to me. She was my assistant for a lot of my weddings.
Okay.
A lot of my weddings. She was my first assist. And, she got to experience a whole world of wedding planning and event planning that would not have occurred if she and I hadn't connected. And so,
Yeah.
So
So she's
super
got high standards now
No, I don't think she does.
as far as how a wedding should go.
How a wedding should go, yes, but she doesn't also care that much about the things. She cares about some of the details, but she knows that we got this. It's good. Yeah. We have a floral appointment coming up in August. She's already
Why?
done cake. We're
I'm
doing
kidding.
Shy Chic is doing the
Oh,
florals.
okay. Is she doing the wooden?
Yeah, she's
wood-
doing the
the-
wood silk.
Are you guys, are you
wood
renting them or are
florals.
you buying them?
Renting? But then her bouquets and stuff will be purchased, so
That's-
we'll be able to
that's
keep
cool.
those. Yeah, personally.
We need to have her come on
Yeah, we do.
from Shy Chic.
We do. We need to have a
Because-
florist on. Period. But yeah,
Well,
yeah, I know. We prefer Shy.
I'm
we
kidding.
do love Shy.
well,
Chic.
no, like Shy Chic is such a cool. It's just a different.
It's sustainable. It's eco-friendly.
Well,
and
again, so she
good
does
for budget.
florals. It's florals, but they're made out of wood.
Tapioca wood.
It's insane, and you can just rent them.
Yep.
You don't have to buy. You can just rent, and you can also, like you said, you can purchase too. So
So it's gonna be really good. The themes,
That's really cool.
the colors are like deep purples, burgundies, and black.
ooh, ooh,
Because she loves Halloween, and
Yeah.
we refuse to let her do orange and black. So
purple.
we're doing dark purple and burgundies, and
Oh my gosh, that's
black
gonna be
and-
amazing.
yeah. So a lot of that's gonna be happening.
Okay.
So, shout out to Fish's Bitches.
Fishes, bitches,
That's right.
people.
We have a private Facebook group where all the videos and photos are. It's quite hilarious. I was looking at them again last night, just cracking up. Like, yep, that was great.
They shall never surface.
They shall never. Samantha, keep that password hidden.
That's right. All right.
So yeah, it was a great weekend, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. But and wait, here's the other thing,
There's more.
Savannah.
There's
yeah.
more.
Okay, one last thing, Savannah. When you all see a bridal party out and a bride,
I'm talking Savannah, Georgia.
Georgia,
as a
yeah,
whole, okay.
like not the server or the yeah, she was great. But Savannah, if you see a bridesmaid and a bride's group out, buy the bride a drink. Not a single drink was bought for her while out, which I was very surprised by. A lot of congratulations, but we're at the bar. Like, hey, can I buy you a drink for that? I mean, we've got her covered. Truly, we do. But I just thought that happened.
Did you guys do any
more.
games?
No.
I feel like,
We
well,
don't
I
play
feel like, I don't
games
know
at-
if
That's
that's
bridal shower.
No, I'm talking about games like, all right, so the bridal party
Oh.
or the bride has to go, and I mean, I've seen this, like one of the
Oh.
bridesmaids has to. So I have a story.
Mm,
So yeah, typically with games, like they have to like check
there's challenges.
the
yeah.
challenges, yes. And I remember this was years and years and years ago when I first moved back. I was probably, I want to say like 20. This is about 10. No, it was like 25. So I had just gotten back into town into Sarasota. So it was about 12 years ago. I'm dating myself now. And I was out at, it's now called The Office, but it was Evie's,
Oh, yeah.
it was just Evie's bar
Mhm.
right here on Ringling. It's now The Office, but I remember just being out with one of my buddies, just out. I think it was a Friday or Saturday night, and I saw this group of bridesmaids and the bride all out,
Yeah.
and one of them came up to me and she's like, "Hey, I have a challenge that I need you to help me with." I'm like, "Okay, what you got?"
Uh-oh.
And she's like, "I need to be proposed to tonight."
Oh.
And I was like, she's like, "So can you propose to me?" And you have to do the whole thing. And so I was like, "All right, whatever." So at that point, like all the girls are standing around. I'm with one of my buddies, and so I just get down on a knee, and I said, "Will you? What's your name?"
Okay.
And I was like, "Will you?" And I even said, "I was like, what's your name again?" And she told me her name. I was like, "Marry me." And I don't remember if I had anything or if maybe they gave me like a fake ring,
Like a ring pop.
like a ring pop or something. Maybe that, I
Or
think,
a-
yeah,
or
something
a
like that.
twisty tie.
Yeah. And so then like everybody goes crazy, and people in the bar thought I was actually proposing to her
Oh.
because I gave her a big hug, and then people came up like, "Congratulations!" I'm like, "No, that
That's
was."
not that. I'll take a drink.
Yeah, but yeah, so those are like different challenges, and so I
Yeah.
helped them check that one off.
I did that for my bachelorette party. Yeah. We're just gonna leave it at that. I'm sure there's pictures to prove it because you have to take like a picture to show
Yeah.
like what your challenge was.
Mm-hmm.
I know that I did those challenges. Yeah.
But no, that's
so, yeah,
cool.
I don't think because she's not like big at going into the club, and maybe that's why, because not all of us were at the club together. I mean,
Yeah.
we had our bridesmaid shirt on that she got us, and it said one spooky bridesmaid because she loves Halloween. She thought it was going to be a Halloween themed bridal show or a bachelorette party, but we took a left and went holographic. But so we wore those on the ghost tour. It said one, and she said hers said one spooky bride, then one maid of honor, and then bridesmaids.
Okay. All right.
So we wore those out, and they're like, "Oh, you're a bridesmaid? Yep."
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what
I don't know if it's in anymore. I haven't gone to a bachelorette party in 20 years. So
Yeah, 2018 was my bachelor party, and I went to New Orleans.
Mine was 2007.
But I don't.
And we went to
remember.
Ybor. We did a car.
I don't think
bowling.
I don't think I had anybody buy me any drinks or anything like that. But I do.
The boys took care of it.
Well, the boys definitely took care of everything. But and there were. I mean, New Orleans is a huge place for bachelor and bachelorette parties. And I do remember seeing we were at a karaoke bar.
Yeah.
And
Miss Kitty's.
I don't remember what it was called, but it was amazing. I loved it. And I still have videos on my phone. It's amazing. We sang Don't Stop Believing.
Oh, yeah. We're going to see that after we're done, right?
Yeah. But I do remember, I mean, I think we would buy, shots for, other bachelorette parties.
Yeah.
To do shots with us.
Yeah.
And that was cool.
Yeah.
But
I will say we saw probably 5 or 6 other groups.
Okay.
Not like Nashville.
Oh,
Nashville,
God.
you're definitely getting drink spots.
Nashville's
for you
insane
in Nashville.
these days.
Yeah, it's a lot. At all times, it's a lot.
Well, speaking of Nashville, sort of.
Yeah, kind of.
I'll tell you about my weekend.
Yeah.
Brandy, go ahead and ask me.
Hey, Tim, how
Hey.
was your weekend?
Oh, I thought you'd never ask.
What'd you do?
Well, so I DJ'd at Molly's.
Yes.
Molly's pub on Friday. And more do I thoroughly enjoy DJing there. And I feel like it's just becoming more popular.
That's great.
More people, more and more people are just coming in. It's becoming the place to be in downtown Sarasota, or one of the places to stop by at.
Yeah.
And and it's not that big of a bar. It's a very long hallway. And I'm at the front. There's a big window in the front. You can just see the back, my back, and DJing.
His backside.
Yeah, you see my backside.
That's what's bringing him in.
This ass right here.
That's right.
I every so often I'll look behind me just to see what's going on outside, because I can see
the
the sidewalk and just people walking by
people stumbling by.
and I happen to look behind me, and there's this group of girls all in country attire, and I wasn't I was not staring, but I was looking at them, just kind of taking it all in, and I feel like they all just looked at me at one time, and I was caught off guard, and so I just waved really and they waved back. They eventually came in, and Molly's Pub is not a country venue by any means. It's an Irish bar, and typically we play a lot of EDM, dance music, that sort of thing. I personally mix it up. I play all genres of music, from 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, today's hits, EDM. I'll play some Irish bangers here and there.
Yeah.
Very rarely will I ever play country, but they walked in. They had country hats on. They had their boots. I couldn't tell if it was a bachelorette party or not.
Oh, so it could have been.
They didn't have.
Or
They didn't have
signifying buttons.
signified that, or
No
I didn't see a
no
white
veils.
no.
Yeah, nobody
but
in all white.
they were all there was probably about 7 of them, and they were all dressed
Maybe
in country
it was just
attire.
girls' night, and they're
Maybe.
this is the thing.
It was a birthday party. I have no idea.
Maybe, yeah.
But as they were walking in, I was like, "Oh, perfect!" And I'm at the right tempo, the right BPM, easy transition into "Man, I Feel Like a Woman," and killed it. And then
love it.
that was fun. But Molly's was a lot of fun.
That's good.
Also, the movie that's out right now,
Barbie.
Why do you say it like that?
Everywhere we went this weekend,
Everybody's in pink.
I saw pink.
Yes.
Okay, I almost put pink on my nails today, and the reason I did not,
I'm gonna go see Barbie.
I'm gonna go see it, but I'm just
Don't be bitter.
I'm kind of over it already because there's so much Barbie.
I think it's amazing. And so
Okay,
this
Ken.
group of fuck yeah. I'll be Ken.
Oh.
So after the country girls came in, I would say probably an hour later, I saw this group, and they were all dressed to the nines in pink, and the guys, and I was like, oh, these guys definitely just came and saw Barbie.
Girl.
And guess what song I played?
That one.
Yep, Barbie Girl, and it went off.
I'm sure it did.
But it's not, that's that Barbie Girl by Aqua. That's
you have the new one by Cardi B.
no, I don't. but because I don't think it's as good.
Oh, okay. I can agree with that.
Um,
And I'm just overseeing Pink.
Barbie Girl by Aqua. Maybe.
Hiya, Bobby. Hi, Ken. You want to go for a ride?
Sure.
Jump in.
Hey. First of all, haven't played that song ever, and I'm so happy that I have that song in my, because I used to love that song when I was a kid.
Yes, I played the crap out of that.
Oh my gosh.
too.
And so when I saw them come in, I'm like, oh my God, this is the perfect opportunity. And the entire bar, now this bar is full. It is packed, like you could barely get in and out. And I turned that on, everybody went insane.
Yeah. Okay, fine. I'm going to go see the movie too. But I'm just saying, it's a lot of fucking Pink.
DJs, if you guys are if you guys are DJing bars, even if you're DJing a wedding, the next, I would say you probably I would say the next 6 months,
Yes.
maybe 6 months you have, drop this song, Barbie Girl by Aqua. And maybe you can find or maybe you can also transition the one by Cardi B. I haven't heard it yet. Actually, no, I have, but it's too rappy for, it's too much of a rap.
I'm sure you could take this and mix it in with
They
something
do have,
else,
they already
too.
have,
I'm interested
like
to see what
mashups.
you could come up with for
true.
a mashup.
True, but
That's what I want to know.
I mean, that's fair. But I honestly, I mean,
So when are you going to go see Barbie?
tonight. It's a Monday night. It's a school night, but I'm going to go see it. So whatever. And I'm going to wear pink. Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting text messages from Fish's bitches.
So, yeah. So, yeah, that was Friday night. I was at Molly's. Killed it. Loved it. So much fun. If you guys ever go out on a Friday night in downtown Sarasota, come check out Molly's Pub, and just check out my socials, and you'll see if I'm there or not. But had a lot of fun.
And everybody's building Barbie backdrops now. Did you see Weber Scenic is now doing a Barbie backdrop?
Oh yeah, I would say
this is probably one of the greatest comebacks of a toy ever. And she had everything. So, but I do hear, I know it's rated PG-13. I hear it's pretty scathing, little scandalous in some of the
I'm sure
conversations and jokes. But I think that's just
I'm ready for it.
Shrek as well, all the things that were in Shrek. Yeah.
I'm ready for it. I'm excited.
All right, you'll have to let me know how it goes.
So yeah, so that was Friday, and then Saturday, I had just a regular old party.
Did you ever figure out why?
It so it was a Tommy Bahama themed party.
Just because.
Just because. So this
Okay.
So this lady that I actually worked with last year, her son and daughter-in-law had just gotten back from out of overseas. They just moved back, and so last year we threw a party, like a welcome back party for them.
Okay.
And this year, they just wanted to throw a party in general.
Okay.
For the summer, it was just like a summer, tropical Tommy Bahama themed party. Like the decor was really cool.
Here's the thing.
They had beach styled everything. It was really cool. As they walked in, I was playing like reggae and like tropical music and just mixing it up.
You played not Bee Gees, Beach Boys, little Beach Boys.
Oh, I didn't play the Beach Boys, but I did play UB40.
Okay, red wine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like if you're having a party and you're theming it Tommy Bahama, then you can just have parties. Like that's just.
And there was probably
you got it.
It was, and the funny thing was it was in this 50+ community.
Nobody played "Let Me Saw My Wood" while the party was going on.
No.
Nobody was cutting wood in the neighborhood to quiet you down.
Oh no, this was a 55+ community. It was in their clubhouse.
Just making sure.
No, it was in a clubhouse. Sorry, I did not get that reference, but I do now. No, it was in a 55+ community, and it's called Del Webb in Lakewood Ranch. So
yeah, Del Webb is a great place.
Yeah, beautiful place. They have beautiful homes, and it was in their clubhouse, huge clubhouse,
nice,
huge ballroom, and it was awesome. And it was air conditioned, which was even better. So, yeah. The really unique thing about this party, they had a comedy hypnotist.
Okay, I need a little more.
They just had a comedy, like a hypnotist, like a
So
show.
they hypnotized you to be funny, or he was funny, or she was funny.
Well, I mean, have you ever been to a hypnosis show?
I've been hypnotized at McCurdy's.
And it was funny.
It was pretty, yes. Like
Yes,
they
well-
had us doing some really crazy things.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. So, were you hypnotized?
I was running music.
That would have been great, though.
It would have. Oh, we got the DJ. No, but no, it was really cool. And his name was Hypno Twize, TWYZ. Hypno, and Twize is his name,
Oh,
and he's based
okay.
out of Daytona.
That's awesome.
But Hypno Twize, and it was actually really cool just to have like a comedy show at your party,
Like
or
live entertainment.
yeah, aside from a DJ. But
yeah, or a band.
I've
yeah.
only ever had that one time at a wedding where I actually had a comedy show.
Oh,
A guy came on, and I think he did 30 or 45-minute show.
I mean, I've had magicians like walk around cocktail hour that are pretty really good,
Yeah.
but never. a
Yeah, an actual
comedy.
comedy.
That's fun.
So, so something to think about for even for your wedding or for any party, if you want to look at something something different to add on.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely have your DJ or your band, but hire like
actors, and
actors or
performers, Yeah.
comedy acts, hypnotists. Like, it was so cool.
Yeah.
And it was a blast. And then after that, they partied, and they all acted like they were in their 20s.
I love that.
I had a blast. It was great. I had so much fun.
Everybody book him for parties.
And
just
guess what?
because- just
Guess what
fun.
song I played?
Barbie.
Barbie Girl.
Oh gosh.
And it went off.
It went off. Really.
It went off.
Yes, it did.
So, again, that's 2 times in 2 days that I played it. And
know.
it's, again, DJs, if you don't have that on your list, you should start playing it. It just you don't have to play the whole song. I played, I think, just a minute and a half, and then I was in and out. And it was great. So.
I mean, I'm definitely going to partake in the Barbie world. However, I just saw, and we even we were going downtown to go dancing. Kelly and I were like, why so much pink? Like, it's everywhere. And I looked at her, I said, Barbie. She goes, oh, that's why everything
And
is
it was not
Barbie
intended.
right
I'm
now.
actually wearing pink today.
Yeah, you
I'm
are.
wearing pink today.
That could definitely be a Ken style shirt.
I could see it with turtles on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You rocking your Ken today.
I am
You're
working
going to wear it to
my
the
inner
movie
Ken.
tonight, right?
Not this one. No. I'm going to be comfy.
You're going to wear a Ken outfit, though? Like a Ken style?
I feel like I would have to bleach my hair blonde.
I mean, speaking of performers and having live acts at your wedding,
Yes.
what happened in Switzerland?
Oh, okay. So we're gonna do that now. Yes, we can do that now. So I did not attend this wedding. So
oh, wait, yeah, we were going to wait.
yeah, we're gonna wait. It's okay. We can talk about it now. So this past weekend, my sister and brother-in-law went to a wedding in Switzerland. A friend of mine as well, but they're extremely good friends with my sister and brother-in-law, and so they went out there. I believe my brother-in-law was a groomsman, and my sister was a bridesmaid, and it was the most extravagant wedding I have ever seen. Like, I felt like I was there through my sister's eyes because she was sending just videos and photos of everything that was going on.
Mhm.
Now, it's so hard to comprehend everything that
know.
went on. The Saturday was the actual wedding. Friday, they had a cocktail party for everybody.
And how many people?
It was there was close to 300 guests, I think, at the actual wedding. I would say, if not all of them were there at the cocktail party.
Yeah, the video looked like it was very much a repeat of guest count from
Right.
wedding to
It was
cocktail party.
insane. It was it overlooked the water. It had mountains in the background. They had live bands. They had a DJ. They had performers, all for the cocktail party, not the cocktail hour.
And the
This is the
lighting,
cocktail party, and then the lighting of they were outside this
like garden area.
castle of some
Yeah.
sort in Switzerland. It was insane,
Oh gosh.
insane.
I want to know the name of the castle. Like, I want to look up the pricing.
All right, so that was the cocktail party. That was maybe like the rehearsal party.
Yeah.
Insane, crazy. That was Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, I want to say the ceremony was early. I don't think I don't think everybody was at the ceremony.
Oh, okay.
but then the party, I think the ceremony was probably like early in the day, like 12, 1 o'clock.
So something more private.
A little bit more private. And then they went back, and then like around 3 or 4, they were doing photos with everybody, and they had cocktail hour.
Mm-hmm.
And cocktail hour was insane. They had a painter painting this woman that had a dress on, but they were painting the dress.
That's just crazy.
And they had all these performers, and
They looked like wind up ballerinas.
Yeah, they
like
had that was
like
inside
that key thing on the back of their costume, and they were like, because when you're a little girl and you have like your jewelry box and it has like the little ballerina that spins around, that's what they look like.
They had those. Now here's one thing: the lighting. Entertainment. There's so many things that happened. Entertainment wise, they had a 13-piece band plus a DJ.
And a DJ the day before at the...
And a DJ the day before, and plus live musicians.
Music.
They had a DJ for cocktail hour, which was a separate area. Which, I mean, that's...
And they had the Moroccan drums there, too, next to
everything.
the DJ.
Everything. It was the lighting. Like, they had, like, festival-style lighting. The lighting inside the reception was insane.
And it was, like up high and, like, positioned, like... Almost.
They had
from,
trussing.
Like,
they had trussing like all over, and the lighting was just crazy. Like the up lighting, like the dance floor lighting, just like they had like. I don't want to get into like the details because it won't make any sense to like our listeners unless you're a DJ. But yeah, I'll put
pictures up on our IG.
Yeah. So that was the entertainment was crazy. It was awesome. Now. They also had here's something that is completely different that I saw. And this could be something I feel like we should not get away from, but I feel less and less we're doing cake cuttings, right?
Yep.
In this case, the cake that they had was like a 7-layer cake.
Yeah, that was like 7 tiers.
Yeah. 7 tiers. They didn't do a cake cutting. They did a cake presentation. With ballerinas, a whole production.
That had like floral hoops that were like probably...
There were 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah.
And they did like a little show to present the cake. What?
That cake better have like tasted so amazing.
I don't know. But like that...
How much do you have to love cake to have a presentation?
A presentation of the cake. I mean, the bride also, she had, I don't know how many, so she had her wedding dress, which was beautiful.
Yeah.
And then she also changed later in the evening. The groom had on a white tuxedo jacket and black tuxedo pants, and then he changed into like a white sports coat and like maybe just, I don't know if it was black slacks or black jeans, but and like white shoes. So like later in the night, so they both changed outfits, which is really cool.
And she had like a beaded like jacket that went over her dress on the top, which was gorgeous for her wedding dress. That was all hand beaded.
Yeah, I don't know.
I scoped it.
Yeah,
out.
I didn't. But I mean, I'm just so overwhelmed with everything.
And you said he's from where?
So he's Latvian,
and she's from the States.
I believe. I don't know.
And they just love Switzerland because they travel and why not?
He's an investor, but they both. I can't imagine. And again, I'm speculating on what
price tag was.
Like they just had like performances throughout dinner. Like, check this out.
Oh, the actors or that's gorgeous.
Like you would
it's
feel like
almost like you were at an award show.
Exactly.
Like
That's
BET
exactly
like
how.
that. Like you had breaks where people just come out and perform.
Yeah, that's exactly how.
Yeah, we're gonna have to put some of this up on our IG.
This is just crazy.
And we have another performance. And here's your salad, followed by a performance.
But all right, so the reception or cocktail hour started probably around 4.
Okay.
Let's say the ceremony started at like 1 or 2.
Okay.
Okay. Guess what time the wedding went until?
3 a.m.
It did.
Yes.
It went until 3.
Yes.
3 a.m.
Hey, if you're bringing me performances and presentation of 7 like tier cakes and live music, there's no reason for me to go anywhere else, especially back to my room.
My sister said people were jumping into the lake at 4 a.m. and stayed out to
Yes.
watch the sunrise.
Yes. When can you say ever that you will ever get the chance to do that? That's why my motto is why not? You're in Switzerland, you're at an amazing wedding, get your butt in the daggone river and watch the sunrise.
I'm speculating
you can
here.
Sleep another day.
I'm speculating here, but I can't imagine this was any less than $1 million wedding.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
It had to have been.
I mean, maybe not $1 million. That's a lot.
500,000. I would say between 500 to $1 million. It's got to be in there. Just based on the venue, and I'm talking not just the wedding on Saturday. I'm talking about Friday and Saturday. You're talking about food. Is probably
I would say between 500 and 750.
I wouldn't put it past
Doesn't
them.
matter. It's
Right.
a lot. Like
Just
too rich for my blood.
insane.
That is crazy, but damn good for them.
Right.
Right?
100%.
Like we need to do that here, just on a smaller scale.
First, like you never see this, and
Can you do that like with 60 people though? Like, can you have something super like immaculate and just invite less people so that you don't have to feed as many and have many drink and
True.
then use that money to like spice up the excitement
Yeah,
of like that's really like the decision you have to make. It's like, can we do this
But I don't
if
think-
you're on a budget?
right? But like the views, and like I feel like they were in a castle.
It looked like a castle.
And
the whole castle was lit
structures-
up. Like, how do you light a whole entire
the
castle
well,
all the way to the top?
I mean, the
like,
uplighting. That I mean,
but it was witches' caps that were. It was a lot of uplighting.
yeah. Well, yeah.
That's a lot. That's the part you're sprung on.
Yeah, the lighting is like I mean I have intelligent lighting, and what I'm able to produce is pretty cool.
It is.
Especially for the venues here, but like this is just like way more than next level.
Yeah.
So I want to do a huge shout out to
Congratulations to them.
my friends Giannis and Helen. They.
We're gonna need to know what that budget range was, though. I think at some point
I'm
you
gonna
need
ask
to
my
find
sister.
out.
I'll be like, Christy,
can we
do you
get a
have
range?
just like?
Oh, and the napkins. Tell them about the stinking napkins.
Oh, yeah, the napkins were customized. They
with
had
their monogram.
yeah, with their monogram. It was stitched.
And everybody got one. Like, it was embroidered. And it wasn't just your regular, like, white napkin. It had a scalloped, like, edge on it. Like, it was very... It was handmade. Each one of those napkins were handmade and then embroidered and stitched with their monogram.
I'm just
And it wasn't just like a letter. It was like a crest with the letter. That's a lot.
yeah. I'm just
And
like
then tied with a ribbon.
I'm just so blown
So
away
good.
with everything.
All the little details. Who is their planner?
That's-
This one has to
honestly-
make like some kind of a magazine spread. or
Everything,
something.
yeah. It had to. I just asked my sister how much was the wedding, and she said I would say at least 300. I think she's
No,
lowballing
she
it.
has nope. Nope.
You're lowballing that girl.
Yeah. It had. Was it not open bar? I mean,
Right. And you got to figure close to 300 people. My my brother-in-law did a speech. He did it in English and in French.
Oh.
So, and they had people from all over the world because he travels the world. He's an investor. He's done a lot of like startup companies, and he's traveled to Japan. He's from Latvia, Switzerland, the U.S.,
Yeah.
everywhere. So,
She should probably double that range.
100%. Yeah, I would say between 500 plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, but insane.
I mean,
I've never
just the
seen anything
view
like that.
alone, like literally, the catamarans are sitting out in the river, in the water, in the lake, and then you have mountains right behind, almost like volcanic. Like there were just gorgeous mountains behind the castle. Yeah, we'll have to figure out better.
My sister said if I had to really guess, I would say 700. Like that sounds
That's
about
better.
right.
If she had to really guess, well, we needed that guess. Like we wanted the really guess.
Yeah. My sister's still in Switzerland, and it's 7 o'clock there right now. So 7
At
p.m.
night?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So she's still trying to
Oh
catch
my
up on that
gosh.
sleep. That's amazing. So much fun.
So-
I'm so glad they got to go because I know they
Oh,
have like
I'm
kids
stoked.
and all that good stuff, and so
Yeah.
just being able to like take that time.
My sister
and
was in heaven, and
do
my
it.
sister looked looked phenomenal.
She looked fierce.
She was, and my brother-in-law was okay. You know,
He looked good in his suit.
It was a not a suit. It was
That was
a
a
tuxedo.
tuxedo,
Yeah, he was
yeah.
wearing a tux. He
Can bring it.
can bring it. Yeah, but my sister, I mean, she's got 2 little ones, so she doesn't get to dress up very often these days.
Well, shout out to her. She
Yeah.
did that thing, and
Killed
her
it.
dress was Barbie pink.
It was very pink. Very pink. She killed it.
Yeah.
But no, that was so cool. So yeah, congrats to Giannis and Helen. You guys have now made it to our podcast.
Let us know if we're in the right range.
Right. Yeah. You know, I might just be like, yo, Giannis, tell me,
Tell me,
how much was this wedding?
like, professional standpoint.
Yeah. I just want to talk about it. I want to know.
Yep. To be determined.
First of all, how much was your entertainment is really what I want to know.
That entertainment package and the
God,
lighting package
right?
alone. Yeah.
Probably 30,000 for entertainment.
More than that. Definitely more than that. With
For-
all that bands and
Well,
all the
13
music.
piece band.
I mean,
was
it's
probably
like
you know-
10,000 just for Bay King's band, and that's 6 pieces.
Yeah. Well, and now that I'm thinking like plus lighting and all like the festival lighting
You're
that they
talking
had,
a good
probably like
$100,000 for just all that. With the performers and everything, yeah, 100,000.
like full entertainment. I was just
Yeah.
thinking like the band and DJ,
No,
but
band, DJ, lighting, performers, at least 100,000.
yeah, that's a good point. Damn. Anyway,
That's why I helped plan them.
yeah. In other news,
other-
we have some big news, and a lot of you, if you're in the wedding industry, you've definitely seen this.
And
If
if
you're-
you're not,
If you're not, and
you've used it.
you've used this particular website, I mean, it's a good website to use, but if you are in the wedding industry and you're a vendor and a professional and you pay for these services, think again. And I just started paying for them. And again, my initial thought was, does it work? Is it fake? But the New York Post posted last week on July 19th, the Knot, quote unquote, the Knot wedding website swindles advertisers, like myself,
And me.
fosters culture of fear, ex-workers claim. So the Knot has been accused of systematically swindling clients for years, which I believe. I get it. And so the Knot and Wedding Wire have come together. They are one.
Yep. And
However,
only
they
did
are
that a few
still-
years ago.
They did that a few years ago, but you can still, as a bride or as a couple, you
Mhm.
can go on the Knot or the Wedding Wire, and as a vendor, you can advertise on the Knot or the Wedding Wire, but they are ultimately the same under the same parent company.
Yes.
And I've never actually, I don't think I have a profile for my business on the Knot, but I definitely do on Wedding Wire.
Yeah.
And I've never and we talked about this a couple weeks ago or a couple podcasts ago, if the Knot or the Wedding Wire actually works as an advertiser. And I don't believe it does. Maybe it doesn't work for the amount of the investment that you make.
That's as I've always said, I've always been on the Knot and Wedding Wire.
I think it's
In-
different for
in
a venue.
venue.
I think it's different for a venue.
Exactly. And I think being a venue, I used to track everything. I'm like that nerd who tracks all of her ROIs, all of her numbers, all of her analytics. I'm just that. I'm a numbers person because I know they don't lie. I know if I talk to 20 people on Wedding Wire, I'm going to book this many. And then those I'm going to turn into inclusives or whatever. I know that turnover rate. Like I know my skills, right? But I have never experienced, at least to my knowledge, any fake people or ads or contacts. I just know that possibly they just don't return my messages or something like that. And I still follow them through the same processes. And then I say, okay, peace, bye. But I know the ones that I do have contact with and I have, gotten, we made our money back definitely.
Yeah.
Now, the price now though,
Now, yeah.
it's like $1,800 a month.
Yeah.
That
Well,
you can't.
So I've
fake.
always thought that I would get fake. Like, are the leads real? Like, I'm sure there are a handful that are, but
But
in
what
order
made you have that thought process before?
because whenever somebody would reach out, they never respond, and they
And
can't.
that's when you were
And
on
also
before?
being in marketing, and having like, being so strong in like analytics and reporting,
Yeah.
they don't give you any analytics or reporting.
That's true. I used to keep my own.
I've asked them all the time, do you have reporting on to showcase how many leads I'll be getting? Oh yeah, sure. You'll get probably, depending on which category or
level.
what level of advertisement you're doing, you can expect to, receive, 50 to 100 leads, for example.
A month.
A month.
Yeah.
But okay, well, where are you getting this information? Oh, it's just something that we have like in-house. Can you share that with me? No. So this is what the Post said. Vendors who spoke with the Post complained they bought premium ads on the go-to wedding planning site to lure new clients, banking on the 27-year-old site's reach and name recognition. Instead, received useless spam leads and middling rankings in the Knott's ad search results. So I currently am a feature advertiser. So
Okay.
you've got Spotlight, then Feature, and then Pro. So Pro advertisers, you can have as many Pro advertisers, and you're at like the bottom of the Spotlight. So for entertainment, for DJ, I think in the Tampa area, I think there's only like 4 Spotlight spots available.
Okay.
And those are like, that's premium ads. Like you're always on the first page. You're always at the top of the first page. And you're always going to be one of the first 4 to be looked at.
Okay.
That's also like $5,000 a month. Then after that is the Feature. And that's the next level of advertisement. And I feel like they might have, so Spotlight, you have 4.
Mm-hmm.
Feature, I believe there's probably 6 to 10 available spots as a feature, and then Pro is unlimited.
And you're listed for Tampa Bay, or are you listed for Bradenton?
Sarasota, but it's for the entire Tampa market, and I'm also listed in Washington D.C.
Just doing a little research.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm supposed to be on the first page.
Okay.
And
there's 80 DJs.
Yeah, so like
The first one is not you. Not you.
well, no, it's Spotlight. I'm not a Spotlight advertiser.
Number 3 is Celebrations.
Are they a Spotlight?
They don't have them in the categories.
It should say like Spotlight, and then it'll say feature.
It doesn't. It's just how they. It just says best of. It does not say any particular ranking on the actual page. But Celebrations 24 is 3rd. We only say that name because we work with them a lot. Grangertainment is 5th. 5 Star, who I've worked with a lot, I talked to you about them, they're really good, is 7th. Grant Hemond is 11. 13. So what I have a problem with is that, one, Jam All Day is down. Jam All Day is like number 15, between 15 to 17. What I have a problem with is that DJ Entertainment by Jesse Ray, DJ Sam, DJ Reggae, DJ Reggie. Literally, Reggie has 0 stars and 0 reviews. However, he's listed higher than Jam All Day, which is a friend of ours, and he has a 4.9 rating with 26 reviews. How does that, like...
Jamal only has 26 reviews?
Only 26. It's hard to get reviews.
On Wedding Wire?
On the Knot.
Oh, you're on the Knot.
Yeah, because that's what we're talking about. But
oh, true.
I'm going to go to Wedding Wire and check that out. But I find it, that's ridiculous. I don't feel that DJ Reggie, who has 0, should even be allowed to pay to be higher up.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to need you to have so much. Like, I think they need to change their parameters. Just like when I did my pink list and my vendor list, and I will stick by this till my dying day, I don't care if you can pay to be on the list. What I care about is your services, how well you work with others, what your reviews look like, what you sound like, how you carry yourself, how you present yourself. That's really what I care about.
Yeah.
So why in the world would DJ Reggie, I'm sure you're great, DJ Reggie, Central Florida, South Florida, you're $2 signs, which means you're affordable, but you have no reviews. And then you've got DJ Sam. with all of his equipment showing everywhere. There's no proper setup. Like, it's all exposed. Okay, you're just starting out. I get it. But how do you get at the top of the list just because you can pay?
Yeah.
And I know that there's a rotation, but I would think that you have to meet so many parameters.
But see, you know what the crazy thing is with this is, all right, so as an advertiser,
Yeah.
you're advertising with them. You are locked in for a year.
Events Done Right, just so you know, is 51 reviews, and they're on the second page.
Oh, he's out of Tampa, yeah.
Yeah. He was used to be a DJ on 94.1.
Yeah. But
That's crazy.
if you advertise with them, I'm like, well, not the reason why I had such a hard time originally like committing was because one, like, am I really going to?
You have to do a year.
You have to do a year contract.
There's no way.
There's
to get
no
out. Of
out.
it. You might have an out now. Thanks, New York Post.
Maybe, but no. I mean, you sign a contract, and then at the end of the year, then you can. So
No.
that to me shows me that you don't trust
You
your
don't
product,
trust your product. Yeah.
and that you're, yeah, and the fact that they can't give you any reporting. Like here at the TV station, again, I'm in marketing and advertising locally here, and
my background's marketing.
yeah, and so anything that we do on the digital side or on the TV side, we have reporting for
you have to,
and we can analyze like, okay, if people are going back to your website or not. The wedding wire or the not doesn't have any of that.
Yeah, you need to be able to track your on your analytics on your Google backside, right? So it can track and tell you where your driving force is coming from, and it should be able to list like, all right, so yep, that person followed the wedding wire to your website, and this is how many people have done that, because everything is tracked. If you didn't know that, newsflash, everything is tracked. No matter what you do, anything that you do is. It's like following the bouncing ball. You should be able to go on your Google Analytics if you have a business and you don't know what that is.
You need to get one.
You need to make sure that you get a Gmail account for your business. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. And then sign up for your Google Analytics, because I will tell you that when I launched the Retreat Sarasota website, within the first week, people were staying on 23 to 25 seconds. And now I have them staying up to a minute and a half.
Well, that's pretty good.
That's huge. You know, it's been 60 days, about 60 days since it launched. So if you don't know how many people are staying on your website, that's not good, because you need to know. And you don't know what pages they're going to. What if they're just going to the homepage and they're there for 30 seconds and then they disappear? Woof. So that means something's wrong with your homepage. They can't quickly find what they need. So it gives you a lot of intel, but you should be able to find out who goes to your website from the Knot and from Wedding Wire.
Exactly. And they can't give that to you. And
no, you have to do it yourself.
I haven't received an inquiry in probably like a week and a half, 2 weeks on Wedding Wire.
Are you serious?
And so I'm on Wedding Wire right now for Tampa Wedding DJs. Grant Hemond is a spotlight. It shows spotlight right there.
Okay, let me get to the DJs.
And then spotlight celebrations. And then, so there's only 2 spotlights. Grant Hemond and celebrations, but they each have like 30 DJs, which is crazy. And Grant Hemond, I don't know how accurate this is or if they've updated it, but I think their most popular price is $9.95 for a DJ. But that's just because they have 30 DJs and they're just turning and burning. Like there's no, I don't know. I can't.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Celebrations. Let's see if they have 300 reviews. And oh my God, Grant Hemond has 2,500 reviews. So they've been around for a while. Green Entertainment is a feature. Island Sound. I don't know who that is. They're a feature.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of them.
Rhythm Makers DJs. Don't know who that is. He's a feature. On the Move Wedding and Event Rentals, feature.
So here's the thing. They do not just, like, I never knew On the Move did any kind of music. They do dance floors and wedding decor.
Well, now they do DJ, apparently. Then there's Expert Wedding Productions out of St. Pete, it looks like. They're a feature.
I don't know that.
Tamik Entertainment, LLC is a feature. DJ Kevin Kramer, feature. A Better DJ and Photographer, feature. 5-Star Entertainment, feature. Hey, look, there's TLS Entertainment, feature. Finally. Tampa Event Group, feature. Dwayne's Another Dwayne is a feature. DJ Leo Martin feature. Sarasota Wedding Company feature. How many features is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14 features and 2 spotlights, and then the rest are pros. So you might as well just put up a free...
Run some Facebook ads, y'all.
I am. I'm running it in...
It's a beautiful photo you have of you. You have 193 reviews.
I do. Look at me.
How do you get all those on there if you just got on Wedding Wire?
No, I've been on Wedding Wire.
Oh.
I never paid for it.
Oh, okay.
And I would always, Tampa Bay DJ Company, our buddy DJ Corey Barron, he's a pro. But rhythm sound.
Oh, he only does the pro feature.
Yeah, but
Oh.
so feature and spotlight are guaranteed first page. So they must just continue going on that. Like now, when you get to the second page, that's when the pro. I don't know, like you're not guaranteed to be on the first page.
DJ Bush. It's interesting.
Now, let's go back. I'm going to do Washington, D.C.
Oh, there's a picture of my old venue for that DJ. It's the Mixins.
Is that
Phase 4?
Phase 4?
Yeah, that's at the Bishop, or at the
Mixins.
Mixins.
Washington,
That's
D.C.
funny.
All right, let's see here. Washington, D.C. has...
Oh, I know that guy. He's got a few weddings on here.
80
from the
results.
Mixins.
So Washington, D.C. has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 spotlight DJs. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 features. So that's close to 30 DJs in the first page.
This guy really liked being at the venue. He has a lot of photos of himself
That's
there.
probably the only venue he was at.
I remember who he is now. He's actually a pretty cool guy. Good DJ.
Anyway, so
that is
the New York
crazy.
Post has really shed some light on what we were all thinking.
Yeah.
And it's from internal employees that are no longer with them.
Oh, wait. They have former employees claim that the Knott's former parent company, XO Group, lied to major corporate clients for years as it charged a premium for ads to be targeted for particular customers, such as brides searching for dresses in a given market, even though the company knew it lacked the inventory to satisfy the terms, 3 former employees allege. And that's why they can't give you any information in numbers, because they actually can't prove it.
Exactly. That's the whole point.
I was aware that the large-scale media partners were being ripped off, including David's Bridal and Macy's, one of the whistleblowers, Jennifer Kroom Davidson, told the Post. The whistleblowers likewise claimed that executives at the Knott's former parent company, XO Group, ignored or downplayed rampant tech glitches that meant ad campaigns often failed to meet agreed upon contract terms, possibly in a sham effort to polish the firm's books ahead of a nearly $1 billion sale of the company in 2018.
Yep. And then also, when staffers raised alarms, the former employees claimed their bosses began a toxic campaign to wash their hands of responsibility and silence workers by pressuring them into signing non-disclosure agreements.
Oh my gosh. So in this case, the former employees of XO Group, which operated the Knot, relayed their concerns to the leadership before parting ways with the company years ago. Their concerns were taken seriously then, as they are taken seriously now, is what the Knot Worldwide statement is saying. Senior leadership teams who were alerted to these concerns and worked at XO Group Inc. prior to the merger with Wedding Wire Inc. in 2018 are not part of the Knot Worldwide today. That doesn't matter. Like, it happened. it says that an investigation found that the group accurately reported financial performance in all material respects and claims of widespread misconduct were unfounded.
Yeah.
They must have done their own research. their own 1996 is when the knot was founded.
Mm-hmm.
Campaigns for corporate clients frequently cost more than $1 million, and some of those corporate clients were Macy's and Walmart and Crate and Barrel.
Oh, here's one. People have a lot of trouble canceling once their contract is up. The knot will just ignore them and start their contract up again. You have to really keep on them to get them to cancel.
Wow. So in 2018, the XO group that started the knot went private in a $933 million merger agreement with the rival Wedding Wire. Shareholders were paid $35 per share in cash, a 27% premium over the company's stock at the time. They made some money.
Yep. Yeah, and it also, yeah, of course they have. Yeah.
So much money.
And of course, you know, as I said earlier, the Knot's current leadership team has allegedly locked new vendors into 12-month minimum term contracts that are difficult to exit. I haven't gotten a lead that I don't think we would have found otherwise, said one Southern Carolina-based vendor who spoke to the Post on condition of anonymity.
Anonymity.
Anonymity. People have a lot of trouble canceling once their contract is up. Yeah. I don't know.
So
again,
it also says that the Knot's allegedly shady ad sales practices, however, continued even after the Wedding Wire merger, which was brokered by the latter's primary investors, London-based buyout giant Permira and Spectrum Equity, according to claims by former employees, as well as vendor interviews and online reviews posted by small business owners. Permira and Spectrum declined to comment.
of course they did.
And did not respond.
So I am locked in for the next 7 months, or like 10 months. Actually, I think I'm on month 3, but I've got another 9 to go.
Oh my gosh.
What,
Did
there's
you see
more?
this part? Okay, so when the crisis peaked in 2016, the now departed senior executive of the XO group allegedly pressured media strategists. The executive basically stood over their desks and made them click the buttons that changed the way the reporting was configured, adding another employee who claimed to have learned of the situation after the fact from other workers and spoke to the Post on condition of anonymity. They knew it was wrong, but they didn't know what to do. And when staffers raised alarm, the former employees claimed their bosses began a toxic campaign to wash their hands of the responsibility, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my word.
So, I mean, it's a great, I will give them this. It's a great place for
Resources.
couples to look at resources for, you know, find those 5-star ratings, you know, see if companies are actually good, kind of get an idea of who they are, and to do the research, because I mean, you can go on Google and research, but you will be able to find more vendors this way. Again, the fact that you have to pay to play in a sense.
But this also should let couples know that businesses are spending a lot of money to market the way they need to market just to be able to like keep up, right?
Mhm.
Like you're just trying to get business and you're just trying to get out there. So when you have vendors that tell you their prices, you're not paying for just them that day. Like they're putting a lot of effort, a lot of time, and a lot of money to just stay like relevant with everybody else that's signing up for all of these, you know, marketing and whatnot. So also when you are looking and on these sites, answer people back. If you're the client, just let them know that you're not interested or that you are interested or that you're not looking right now or you've got
But
some
you know
time.
what? Like they're literally, and because as a couple or as the customer, when you're signed up on there and you're looking for somebody, they have pre-made like messages that you can send to vendors like, hey, I saw you guys on here. Would love to learn more. And so do you know how they're probably sending that to probably like 10 different DJs.
Exactly. That's why
So
I
they're
say if you find a vendor on one of these sites, just message them directly. Don't do a pre-written thing because they actually want to get to know what you actually need. Not, and I know it's easy just to press a button and send it to these 10 vendors that I'm interested in.
And then you're going to get bombarded by those
Exactly.
10 vendors.
And then you become overwhelmed. That's the number one way to become overwhelmed, is just shopping yourself out there, almost like buying a car. You know what? Like, okay, yeah, let me look at this website and that website, and then you get all these ads, and you're like, I don't know what I want to.
I would definitely, I mean, utilize the knot, utilize the wedding wire.
Yeah.
Check out the vendors that you want to look at, but go to their websites, check them out there, learn more about who they are, and see what vibe. Like if there are a couple of, like, for instance, we'll just go with entertainment companies. If there are a couple entertainment companies that you like, then reach out to them through their website, and then you can learn more, and you can really get their personalities. I think venues is different. I think venues.
There's more success with venues.
Because venues.
But like I said,
it's
I
all
had
about
to track it myself.
Right, but with venues, it's about a particular vibe that you're going for, like physically, and
visually,
and all the things. So you can accomplish that through pictures and video on the wedding wire and the knot. I mean, entertainment wise, like, you have to learn personalities, and we're basically running the show. So, I mean, there's a lot more research that you have to do, to find your photographer, your videographer, your entertainment, and all that sort of thing. So I understand. Yeah, I think venues would probably have much more success. And ultimately, my goal is to network with those venues, because once they sign somebody, okay, great. I hope that I'm, a preferred vendor, and then they can give my name and information, just like at Mixins. I would much rather be an advertiser, or like pay a venue to be part of like a pink list, like the Mixins.
Exactly.
Because that's free advertising. I mean, that's not free. I mean, that's advertising, but
you know that they're solid leads.
They're solid leads.
Definitely getting married.
They're getting married.
And
they're
that's what we're
getting married
launching.
at Mixins, and the fact that you guys are pushing TLS Entertainment.
Exactly. Because we're talking to them. We're asking them what their vibe is, what they're thinking, and we're saying, okay, this is your best
That's another
option.
Honest vendor or venues. If you guys are listening to this, if you own a venue, or if you manage a venue, create your own preferred list and do something similar to what the knot and wedding wire are doing.
Yep.
I feel like that's such a huge opportunity for you guys to. I mean, that's another revenue opportunity for venues.
I'm literally launching ours in August at the Retreat Sarasota. It's just taken me a little bit because it's such a unique space.
Yeah.
To get all the vendors, vetted and whatnot, and get the application process started. But I've done that at every venue I've been to. I have created that list because, it just makes a better working environment for everyone, and you easily give better product when you're all on the same page. And we're going to promote you. Like,
right. And you do.
We're the first stop.
At the pink list at Mixins, when you were there, was $400.
Yep.
For the year.
Yeah. Cheap.
That is, but you know what? That proves to work extremely well. That's another revenue source for Mixins.
Yes.
But that's a huge marketing opportunity for myself. I have no problem if I get one wedding booked with you, pays for it plus some.
Yeah, and the thing we used to do, the thing that I did, is that not only did we, promote all of our pink listers, they had their own list, they had their own section in all of our pricing, but we did a showcase for you.
Yeah.
And we didn't ask you to do anything but show up, bring your goods, make your food, bring your drinks, do the entertainment, whatever that was, and be a part of a showcase. And for both of those bridal shows that we had well over 300 people, and people booked on the spot.
Yeah.
A lot of the time.
That's honestly,
work collectively with your collective of vendors that you have locally. And if you don't have a showcase, or if you don't have a specific venue that you're on a list for, ask them if they have a list. And if not, hey, can we have you be the feature venue for a showcase? Can we have some vendors come and be showcased here at the venue? It's a win-win for everyone.
Yeah, and I've actually heard vendors say, I would never pay money to be a preferred vendor. You're missing out.
Yep.
You are missing out.
Yeah, definitely.
But you're going to pay the wedding wire or
$1,800 is what I was quoted.
Wedding wire and the knot for fake leads, and half of those people aren't even getting married probably. And they're not even real people.
Yeah, and they said in 2017 the revenue was $115 million just from advertising, and that 70 to 80% of the leads were scams.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think venues have a huge opportunity here.
Yeah.
And
it's not a competition. Like, let's work together.
yeah.
Because there's
And
enough
it
business
ultimately
out there.
starts with venues.
It does.
It does, because that's
Yeah.
typically the first thing that's booked
Yeah.
from a couple, because that's going to solidify the date. I'm just saying, venues, y'all can help us out. The rest of the wedding industry, and I mean, I would be happy to pay multiple venues to be a preferred vendor.
We'll be ready
Yeah.
because it's coming from the retreat, Sarasota.
I'm ready. Let me know.
I know you are. I know.
Put me in, coach.
Yes. And I won't put you in the corner.
I appreciate that.
I mean, maybe.
They almost put me in the corner this past weekend in Sarasota, or at the party, and I was like, "Listen,
Listen, Linda.
listen, no, not happening.
The DJ does not go in the corner.
You don't put me in no corner."
That's right. So I hope this has been helpful for vendors and industry, and also people that are planning. Just know that your vendors are working really hard for that,
Yeah,
and using the expertise of those that you trust is super important. So, for instance, like somebody just booked an engagement party at the retreat Sarasota, and she had an immaculate, gorgeous ring. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love your ring. Is that from this company? And she's like, no, it's from this one. But they're similar type companies where it's not like it's your black and like pepper type diamond rings. It's not like, these what they call blood diamonds or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And we were on the page, and I scrolled, and it showed a groomsman's, like the wedding band, and the groom stopped. He goes, "That's my ring. I want that." And so they're literally buying that for his wedding band. And I say all that to say they trusted me as their host for their wedding engagement party, right? And I was able to give him a ton of resources. I said, okay, here's what you need for this. Here's who you go to for this. What are you looking for this? Okay, I've got these 3 options. I think this one would work for you. And then we started just talking about other things, and he's like, oh my gosh, you just found my wedding band. That built trust, right?
Yeah.
And so I just gave them all these different ideas and places to go. I made their shopping to get everything done minimal, and that's building trust. So go to the ones that you trust, like your venue or your DJ. They can always point you in the right direction, because DJs, photographers, those are the ones that have been to all the different venues, right? Like if you're a venue, you never change places, really.
Right.
But those are the ones that can say, oh, you know what? You should book your DJ early, and photography early. They can help point you in the right direction if you're struggling to find it in a venue.
That's true.
So trust the people that you're already trusting to help you.
Trust us.
We know what we're doing.
That's right. Well, I think that's it. That was a lot.
That was a lot. It was good
I
stuff.
told you we had a lot to talk about.
We did. Scandal and Switzerland and Savannah. The 3 S's.
That's right.
That was a whole lot of shh.
That's right. That was a whole lot of this past weekend. Well, that's going to do it. We do have some really cool trending things that are coming up that we're going to talk about the next couple of podcasts.
Yes.
And like decor ideas.
And some guests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, right. Yeah. Guests and so forth. But that's going to do it for us today. Again, this is the Scoop Weddings Unveiled. Thank you so much for listening to us. Make sure to follow us on the socials. We're on Instagram, the Scoop Weddings Unveiled. We're on Facebook, the Scoop Weddings Unveiled. Make sure you guys follow us, and we're on Spotify, Amazon,
YouTube.
YouTube. Yeah, you can watch our videos on
Watch
YouTube.
us.
Hi, we're
Hello.
waving to the camera.
You can see what we look like.
You can put a face to the name and a name to a face.
Right.
And then we're also on Apple for podcasts as well. So go ahead and like us there. Follow us on YouTube. Just look up TLS Entertainment. That's where we house all the videos for now. And yeah, that's going to do it for us.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Brandy. It's been amazing as always. And until next time.
Peace and chicken grease.